Hello, guys. Welcome to our live. It is Friday night, and hopefully, you guys are like me. You're enjoying the end of the week. And welcome, all you overthinkers, people who are planning, over planning. This is the right place for you. And I want to make sure that on your next cruise, you just don't miss out on any details. So, this live is for really anyone who wants to jump on. But as the title suggests, this is for first time cruisers on Viking because you may be having a hard time finding information. So I wanted to put this live out there so that we could just have a conversation about what to expect on your first Viking cruise. So we're going to let a couple of people jump on and give ourselves a little bit of time for people to join us. Again, I hope y'all have had a good week and that you've been able to relax. I don't know how many people are retired. If you're retired, put a note in the comments. I'd love to know where you retired from. Are you enjoying retirement? Also, I want to know how many people feel like they are bored in retirement. There's a big debate about that. Sometimes people say like they get bored in retirement. So anyway, if you're retired, put it in the comments. So let's go ahead and get started. If it is your first time taking a Viking cruise, like show of hands, show of hands. If you're in your room by yourself, just put your hands up. Congrats. It's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. If you have questions, please put it in the comments, or if you want to just put it in the chat right now, feel free. And don't forget about the super chats and super thanks. If you want to send one of those, it helps keep this channel going, and I appreciate it. But I wanted to go over some of the first things that I was thinking when I was getting ready for my first Viking cruise. And the very first one was I was making the decision about going on my first Viking cruise as a birthday trip. So I just wanted to kind of talk about what you can expect if you are planning an occasion as the reason for your trip. So I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes when you're making the decision on going on a Viking cruise or going on a cruise or going on a trip for a special occasion, you may the very first thing might be, is it going to be, am I going to miss the things from home? Am I going to miss family? Am I going to get a good experience if I have my celebration somewhere else? So I just wanted to talk about what to expect if it's your first Viking cruise and you're hoping to celebrate something significant. For me, it was a birthday, but it could be anything, anniversary, retirement. The very first thing I wanted to let you guys know is that if you haven't gone on the Viking cruise before, the food is absolutely top notch. So if you've been talking to friends about cruises, and there are people who right off the bat they just really don't like cruising, and then there's also groups that you may talk to that have gone on a cheaper cruise line where the food really wasn't up to par. So I will just lay aside your fears that you will not have a food challenge on Viking. And for me, if I'm celebrating something special, I don't want to do it over cold pizza. I don't want to do it over bad chicken wings or hot dogs. So the very first thing that you can expect is that the food will absolutely match your expectations. Okay. So if you've been looking online trying to figure out or see if there are any really good food reviews, you may not find a lot of them just because of the target market. Not a lot of people are filming, but that's why you're coming to this channel because I film. But the food is excellent. So I would say you can expect amazing food. The other thing that you can expect is enough closeness without feeling like you have to bond with more people than you want to. So, one of the things and one of the questions that I get a lot is about the dining experiences, and a lot of people are used to the dining experiences of other cruise lines where you are having to sit in large groups with people that you may or may not know. Now, I have a lot of friends who love going on cruises because they want to meet new people. Hey guys, thanks for joining. I see some people are joining. Thanks for coming on to the live stream. We're talking about first time on a Viking cruise. So if you guys are joining and you have questions, just put them in the chat or put them in the comments, and I will get back to everybody who is on and puts comments in. But the dining experience, you can expect that you don't have assigned dining times. So if you're looking for that and you're trying to search and look for a FAQ about what time you can eat, all of the reservations are up to you. And if you are with a small group or a large group, you can sit only with the people that you want to sit with, which for me, that is something that I really wanted because I didn't want to have assigned seating every night with a table or with a group. So just want to let you know that is one thing you can expect. So far, we've talked about great food. It matches 4 or 5 star experiences outside of a boat. So if you have a great restaurant that you're familiar with, on board, you're going to have a very good experience the same way. And then the second thing you can expect is you will be able to eat at the times that you would like with who you want to eat with. So that's the step number two. The third thing that you can expect if you are a first time cruiser, you don't have to worry about really long embarkation. So, that was one of the things that really kept me from doing cruising for a while because I just remember the big long lines and it took forever to get on the ship and to get situated. So with Viking, it is white glove treatment from the moment that you arrive in the airport. There are so many people that have Viking clothes on that are there to get your bag off the carousel. You don't have to even look around and wonder where the Viking person is. They take you from the airport onto a shuttle, from the shuttle directly onto the boat, and for us, it probably took maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get on the boat. So, that is a pleasure. So, you don't have to really worry about being in a what do you wanna call it? Like a cattle call kinda thing? The other thing that you can expect is that anything that you ask for, which this is good because if you are not really like an asking kind of person, you should get over that. So there's so many things that are available to you, but if you haven't seen my top things you can ask for that are like secret things you can ask for, please search and look for that video because in addition to just the things that you get in your room service, there are some little things you can ask for that could be special for you. So I won't take your time with that now, but just expect that on Viking, you can get a lot of special amenities because of the level of cruiser that you are at. The other thing I want to say is if you haven't booked your cruise yet and you're trying to decide between the levels of your stay, like if you want to consider the penthouse, the veranda, which level, I would say that you're going to be extremely comfortable even at the level 4. So I have also found that there's very likely that you'll get upgraded a level. So you may even want to just book one level down and end up getting the free upgrade. So that's like a little hack that could save you a lot of money. The other thing, and probably the one of the last things that I can tell you about expectations, um, would be related to excursions. So I really don't think that the books do the excursions justice on how really well prepared, organized, and how really good and thorough the included excursions are. I think there's just something about hearing the word included or free that can make you think that it's just kind of a throw in, but they are extremely well put together. Huge, nice charter buses. Everything comes with a headset that you get to keep in your room. You can dial to a particular radio frequency, listen to your guide. So I would say that the included excursions as they match the quality of the paid excursions. So that's one thing that you really want to know. So just because they're included, don't it doesn't mean that the quality of them is less or poorer than the ones that you pay for. It's just that the ones that you pay for might take you further out or be more niche than some of the others. So the included are more like general and more like history focused. So those are some of the things that you can expect. If you like this video and would like to know more about what to expect on your first Viking cruise, I will have a part 2 that will go into some more details about entertainment and some other things about who you can expect to see on the boat and a couple of other things like that. So watch the part 2 video and then leave your comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, this is a great time to do that so that you will never miss a notification about all things Viking.